You know how I was telling you about Jan from Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah,
right?
and how he lets the intrusive thoughts win. I was just
How he's like so like unhinged. Did you just spill on yourself?
I'm sorry.
Okay. I was like, I feel like Jan is giving Carrie Swift energy. I feel like if he was a ginger, they would all come together.
He gives more like
He definitely gives like
Cassian vibes, like the sarcastic side character.
yeah. Well, that's Carrie Swift. That's Riddick. That's Cassian. Riddick. Yep. Riddick.
Yep.
Okay, this is reading between the lines. We're both emotionally unstable, but that's okay because we're doing it together. So go team.
That's who it is. Somebody send him a DM and be like, remake this, please. Thank you. You're being cast, actually. He would play that well, not gonna lie.
Riddick?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he's too old for Riddick, but yeah, I can definitely see it.
I think dancers are just actors, so. Speaking of which, before we get to book news, because this is life now, let's talk about the semifinals of Dancing with the Stars. Let's just, like, for a brief moment, talk about our feelings and thoughts.
Okay, so when you just said dancers are actors, that just reminded me of when Robert was like, I have to do this passionate dance with Whitney, and it feels weird because that's not our dynamic. It was so funny. But the dance was so good.
It was so good.
It was so good. But like their package and when he was talking about it, I thought it was so funny. But then I'm like, the dance is like perfect. Like both of their dances were my favorites of the nights for sure.
I honestly think they should have gotten perfect scores all around. My opinion. But they didn't.
Did they not?
No. In the second dance, he was given a 29, not a 30. I can't remember. I think it was Derek who gave him a 9.
I think I kind of remember that, yeah.
Because like his frame or something, and I was like, were you watching the same dance that I was watching?
Also, the fact that they were like saying to Elaine, like, I just want you to push yourself to do more. I'm like, she was just in the hospital.
She literally went to the hospital for you guys, and you want her to push herself more? What?
Like that first dance, I definitely was like, okay, it's fine, right? Like there's nothing special about it. But I wouldn't have been like, you should push yourself more. Yeah, knowing that she was in the hospital. Like, what? I'd just be like, you did great. Like
in the second one was really good.
The second one was good, yeah.
Her second one was good. Obviously, I don't think she's gonna win the whole thing, but I'm really proud of her in that, like, I think it's cool that she's going to the finale. Like, I'm like, that's cool. But I don't think Jordan should be in the finale. That's just my opinion. I didn't like her songs, I think. I think her songs just didn't work with the dances the way that I think that they maybe should have. Like, I just didn't, I don't know.
Yeah, well, for me, that doesn't really bother me, like, the whatever, because, like, the songs, I don't listen to Prince, and I've never have listened to Prince. Like, I didn't know the song, so it was, like, I didn't have that connection with the song, so it was already, like, I don't really care about that. Like, if they look good, like, that's great.
I just didn't think, like, her jive was not good. Her second one was good. Her second one was, like,
is that the one was really good. Score one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, her first one wasn't good, though. But low-key surprised that Whitney went home, because I thought it was going to be Dylan. I really did.
Not, because The Secret Lives of Modern Wives season 3 just came out. And she is not the villain, but she's like friends with the villain. And so she's kind of away from the group and like she's kind of on the outs. And yeah, so I don't really know how I feel about her. Like she annoys me, like in The Secret Lives of Modern Wives. She annoys me, but then she also isn't like the worst, but also she's not great either. So I'm like, I don't know.
I just don't know about her because at first I was like, she seems super chill. And then for a while there, I was like, I really don't like you because you seem fake. And then like last night, I was like, is she really fake or is she actually blooming into the person that she's supposed to be? And is that a bad person or a good person? Like, that's what I couldn't figure out.
Yeah, I can't get a read on her. And at the end of season 3, it seemed like they all like came together and like their bad blood was kind of like going away. Like obviously there's still some things with like the true villain to me, but Whitney and Demi are like really good friends still. So, and Whitney was like trying to make everyone be friendly with each other. So I'm like, oh, okay, like maybe she has a good side to her. I don't know. But then I just saw a recent interview of the Mormon wives saying that they still don't like Whitney and Demi and they still have beef with them. So I'm like, maybe something else happened. I don't know.
I literally saw just the trailer of like the like live thing that they're gonna do with the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and I was like,
In
just
December.
just watching the trailer, I was like, I cannot. This is so dramatic. This is
It's
ridiculous.
so dramatic, like so beyond dramatic, but it's like the
It's
only
dumb.
reality TV show I watch.
It looks so. I'm like, these women need to like, I don't know, get a grip. I don't know. Like I was just watching, I'm like, why are you like that? Like, what are you doing?
Literally, there's only one person on that show that I'm like, I think you're the only like for sure stable one. Like your relationship with your husband seems fine. Like there was not any questionable stuff because there's like a lot of questionable stuff with like every single person and every single couple besides them. I mean I could be wrong, that they're good. And she just seems the most like level-headed. But the rest I'm like,
No, I would never watch it.
but one of them is gonna be the Bachelorette.
Oh no, 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 no,
And
no.
she takes no shit. Like she will go after someone that she does not like, and it's gonna be
Oh,
so
no.
good. But I also hope she finds someone because her she has two baby daddies. So her newest or latest baby daddy, well, one of them she was like married to for years and stuff, and then she got pregnant with this other guy's baby after she was divorced and all these.
Okay, it's like
Yeah.
whoa.
But her baby daddy literally had a thing with her mom's best friend after they like split up for a little bit after season 2. And then they were like maybe gonna get back together in season 3, then she found this out. Isn't that so messed up?
Yes. Yes. I can't. It's too, no. Just no.
Anyways.
Anyways,
I'm very excited about the rest of it, but
no. Who do you think's gonna win Dancing with the Stars?
I think it's going to be either Alex or Robert, and I genuinely don't know who I want because one week I'm like, oh my god, I want Alex and Bella to win so bad, and then last night I'm like, wait, but Robert and Whitney are also really good, and I love them too, and I'm like, I don't know.
If one of those two don't win the whole thing, I'm gonna be really sad. I really want it to be Robert, but I would like make peace with the fact of it being Val and Alex because she is really good, and I like Val. So
I feel like it depends on like next week's dances. Like I think I'll like make my decision on who I want to win based off of that.
I don't know. The judges are so wishy-washy. That's part of the problem. Is like last week they're like Dylan is the best, and then this week they were like he's terrible, and it's like wait what? Like, and they do the same thing with Elaine too. They're like she's the best, and then no, she's not. It's like wait, make up your mind. Like I don't. And only Alex and Robert are the ones who are consistent.
Yes, but also it's based off of like popularity votes too.
Yeah.
And I know Jordan has gotten a lot of hate online and stuff. And then Dylan Efron, I feel like he's not like people know him obviously, especially since he's Zac Efron's brother.
Yeah.
But like, he doesn't have like the fan base that Alex and Robert have, right?
No. And I think both Alex and Robert have gained a lot of following since this has started.
Yes. Also, last night, this is just a theory, but Zac Efron was there for the first time since Dance with the Stars season started. And I kind of wonder if that played a role in people voting for Dylan because they're like, oh my God, Zac Efron's there. I'm going to vote for his brother.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, because I was under the full impression that he was going home. Like, I was like, I want Whitney to go home, but I was like, he'll go home and Whitney will stay because of the votes.
I definitely thought it would be Whitney, Dylan, or Jordan to go home. I didn't know, but they were all in the like last 3 standing. I'm like, wow, I was right.
Yeah. Okay, book news. Do we have any book news? I don't even know.
Well, Brimstone came out.
And And by the time this episode comes out, both Crown Tide will have come, and then The Darkness is Descending, which you haven't read that series, but you need to. Anyways, so we'll just be wrapped up in reading and stuff for the next, like, month and a half.
Other book news.
Other book news.
I finished The Same Backward as Forward by Jennifer Lynn Barnes.
I knew we were going to go here at some point.
God, I haven't been that emotionally destroyed by a book in a hot minute.
Which makes me wonder if it really was that emotional or if you were just having a moment, because you don't get that emotional about books. So, like, if it was that emotional, I would be distraught.
I think I was just having a moment because it wasn't even like no, but I think about it, like I was thinking about it like that night I went to like that night when I was sleeping, I was like wanting to cry thinking about it while I was trying to sleep. It wasn't even the book, okay? It was the last few pages of the MMC's POV. Just those pages. I was gone. See, when I cry, it doesn't have any lasting effects, right? Like, I can just stop crying and then a few seconds pass and it doesn't look like I cry. I looked like I just sobbed my eyes out for hours straight. Like, I was like, what? I was like, oh my God. But, like, there were so many moments just in the last, like, 5 pages. Okay, my eyes were so blurry from all the tears that I had to stop reading and just like get myself under control because I couldn't see the words on the page. And then I would stop, I'd get under control, read a few more sentences, same problem. It was so sad. So freaking sad. Especially and the bad thing is I knew what was gonna happen to these characters. Like, this is like a prequel to the series.
So you already knew, yet you still like got that emotional about it.
Yes, and I already had read the FNC's POV because it was in Games Untold. But then this book also has the MMC's POV, and that's what did me in. I am so distraught. And then I made TikToks about it today, and I literally wanted to start crying again. And it's so bad because Brimstone, obviously, if I end up reading it this week, I'll read it right? And then Wicked comes out Friday, and I'm going to be an actual mess. Like, I'm going to be emotionally drained by the end of this week. Like, you got to call it the psych ward. Like, this girl needs help.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at your pain, but it's funny.
No, I'm laughing through the pain, so it's okay.
I'm trying to think of the last book that did me like that, and it was probably The Primal Blood and Bone. But it was more out of anger. It wasn't out of like sadness. The last book that I was like really sad about was probably Fearful. I cried pretty hard with that one.
Yes. Fearful, yes, but also fearless.
Okay, let's actually get into this. I'm so ready. So today, because you people love our debate so much, we had to figure out another debate. And so this one was Emma's idea. I don't think she thought it through all the way because this is going to be intense. Probably. I don't know.
Well, it was inspired by a debate on TikTok. Like, people were like, Xaden versus Rhysand.
Okay.
Like, who would you choose?
Because I feel like they're the top 2 because the world still doesn't really know about Castile. You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they're the top 2. So we're going to debate about that today, about Rhysand and Xaden. And we'll see what happens. If you don't know who these people are, then why are you listening to this? But you can stay on if you want to just hear us like debate about this. But Xaden is from Fourth Wing. He is obviously the MMC. He is what? The Duke of Tyrendor. He is a professor. He's
the wing leader.
He's the wing leader. Yeah. And then there's Rhysand, who is from ACOTAR. He is the High Lord of the Night Court. And I feel like that's just the end of the debate. High Lord of the Night Court. I feel like that just stands for itself. But we'll get into it and we'll see what happens. And I would just like to say, starting this, we both love both of these characters very much. I know Emma has Xaden a lot higher than I do on the list, but we still love both of them very much. So I would just like to preface, because I don't want people coming after us being like, they hate Xaden or they hate Rhysand, and be like, no, people, relax. We love them both.
So you're debating for Rhysand and I'm doing Xaden. I kind of just assumed that. So
That's probably accurate.
okay.
Though I love Xaden. I don't want people to be like, ugh.
Yeah, and I love Rhysand. Like, I'm not one of those people that are like, oh my god, he's the worst. Like, no. Like, I love
Or the
Rhysand.
people out there that think he's evil. You people need to go hide under a rock for a little while. Like, my gosh.
Jeez. Moving on.
Okay. We're starting off strong, apparently. And I never have any notes, but yet somehow I always end up just pushing your buttons. So
You're really good at that too.
you're welcome. We're an amazing couple. It's just amazing that we're that way. We just rub each other the wrong way. We just push each other's buttons.
Sometimes, I know we joke sometimes that we're like an old married couple, but sometimes it's more like that than other times. Like last night, I don't even know what I said, but I said something. No, I need to go look it up because I was like, are we having a fight right now? Like,
Oh my god, no, I totally thought you were mad at me because I said that I didn't like Jordan. I'm like, and you didn't respond for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, is our friendship over?
no, because like the sarcasm and like the dry humor doesn't translate in text. So, like,
You said something about I'm heartless or something, and I said thank
no,
you.
I said, oh yeah, you said something about Jordan.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, and I remember why I responded that way because you said something mean about her, and then she like started crying because she was like talking about the dance, and then that's when I was like, you're heartless, I guess. You're just heartless, I guess. And you said thank you, and I said you're welcome.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, is this like our first fight? Like, what's going on? Non-book related. I'm a little nervous.
But we made it through. I was like, how do I respond to this? Because I was laughing, but I'm like, I wanted you to make sure that you knew that I wasn't mad. And so I'm like, how do I respond?
No, I was laughing too, but I was like, wait, I don't know what's going on.
Anyways, I think we could say anything at this point and we'd both just be like, okay, that's just who you are. Like,
moving on, I guess.
Okay, anyways, I am not heartless because I love Rhysand, so.
No, I'm probably more heartless than you are. In like day-to-day life stuff.
First step's admitting it.
So I have a list of just Xaden traits and why
Of course you do.
we love him, right? And then I have some of his quotes prepared for like later on to read.
I did not prepare myself.
That's on you.
Listen, I always somehow do it without notes, and I win. I have won every single one of these debates.
That is a bold-faced lie.
No, it is not.
That is a bold-faced lie. No. No.
I'm pretty sure I won the Ken Tamlin be redeemed one, and the
No.
And for sure, I won the Jack versus Dane one.
No. Absolutely not. I won that one, okay? I would say the Rowan and Dorian one was a standstill, okay? The Rowan and Dorian one was a standstill. I won the Dane and Jack one, okay? Let's just be so clear on that.
Listen, we're not getting back into that. We're just not. Just talk about Xaden, okay? And how he is now evil and is going to ruin everything.
First of all, can we just talk about, this wasn't even on my list, but I just kind of thought about it. I don't know why, but can we just talk about how attractive Xaden is and would be like if he was in real life with his back tattoo and like the muscles? Like it's giving 4 from Divergent.
Yes. I don't want to, okay, this is not good because I need to put my drink down.
You're like, so heated.
Yes. However, we could say the same thing about Rhysand. Like, because
Yeah.
he's got tattoos around, I think it's here. I don't think it's not on the back because he has the wings on the back.
Yes, but he has
But he
thigh
has the
tattoos,
swirls.
right? Oh yeah, and then he has thigh tattoos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has the no, it's on the knees. He has the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's just something about a back tattoo on like a muscular back that really just does it for me.
I think Xaden's is a little too big, but I agree at the same time. What if he gets old and it stretches out or something? Then that's gross.
Okay, but that's like the problem with all tattoos. Like that's why the older generation's like, don't get tattoos. It's gonna be wrinkly when you get older.
I feel like if it's on the knees though, it wouldn't because your knees don't really grow that way. Like you sag in your back. You don't sag on your knees.
Let's not think about Xaden sagging anything.
Let's also just talk about the fact that Rhysand is like gonna live forever because he's a fae. So Xaden is not.
That's true. But I
So
feel
he
like
will sag eventually.
Xaden would be Xaden would be like the old man who like always runs and always is fit and would be like live until like this insane age for a mortal because he's like
he would live to like 112.
Yeah.
Or something dumb like that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else would be long gone.
Yeah. Except if Violet goes, he's not going to want to stay around. He has shadows that he uses. And we love that. We love that. Okay. And he's the wing leader. And then he turns into Professor Riorson. And it's like he's just like oozing sex appeal. Like it just like gets better and better. Like the Duke of Tyrender doesn't really do it for me, right? Like, yeah, that's cool, but he's the wing leader and then Professor Riorson, like.
But the professor means you're like old.
He's not old.
So like when I hear professor, that doesn't do it for me.
Okay, but
I
like
think it's a professor goat thing from my kid.
But the fact that like Violet is in his class and like he gets to teach her because the first Fourth Wing, obviously he was like the person to teach her how to fight, right? And
the wing leader.
Yes, and we love that. Like, I don't know where I'm going with this. I just had like I just like five thoughts just like went in my brain. I didn't know which way to go. I also don't like how you're just like sitting, like just staring at me while I talk. Like I need you to add to it, or else like
I am, but also I'm listening.
Yeah, but like when I
speaking
stop,
over you,
I'm waiting for your commentary, and then you just don't say anything, and then it throws me off.
Listen, I'm trying to be respectful. Okay.
Well,
Whatever.
I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. Don't say anything.
Okay, so I will continue to talk. Okay.
So yes, we love how Xaden teaches Violet how to fight and Fourth Wing, and we love that in any MMC, like Cassian teaching Nesta to fight. You know, we love that. In parentheses, I have in my notes very hot.
Just under what?
Teaches her how to fight. Parentheses very hot.
Okay. Because you're thinking of the one scene.
There's multiple scenes.
There's
the scene when he like takes like her knives. I don't know if like it was the knives, right? Out of her whatever. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he is like, okay, stab me here and stab me here. And he had her pinned to the floor when everyone was watching.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn. If that's their chemistry and passion in a room full of people, like just imagine. I mean, I know we've seen those scenes, but like that would be like as a spectator, it'd be like they're definitely doing it. If they're not, they will be soon, and they will constantly be doing it.
Okay. I feel like we can say the same for Rhysand though, because but he trained her mind. He didn't train her.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he was more of the mind, whatever, anyway. But the one quote and scene where he does actually help her, and instead of taking her knives away, he actually gives her a bunch. So when he's helping her when she's about to go to the Weaver, right? Isn't that where she's going?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What is that supposed to mean?
I have my first counter argument.
It's gonna be something about the fact that he kneels and he doesn't. Is that what you're gonna say?
No, but I agree with that.
No.
Who are you saying kneels and who are you saying doesn't?
Rhysand.
Rhysand kneels.
Yes.
No. Well, he does.
He
assuming.
does.
But Xaden literally kneels in front of her in his throne room. So
Okay, so they do the same thing, it's just a different scene.
yeah.
Because Rhysand does the same thing when he's preparing her to go to the Weaver. And that's when he says, "Do you like the sight of me kneeling before you?" Yes.
Okay, but the scenes are definitely different because Xaden has Violet on the throne after his ex made her really mad and he needed to prove to her, like, she doesn't matter. Like, I only want you and you're the only thing that matters. So he puts her on the throne. And then he eats her out, basically.
Yeah.
Is what happens. Yeah. And then they
Yes.
have that mind thing where, like, she's in his mind while he's doing it. So, like, she sees herself. And it's like a whole thing. Like, that's insane. That is insane.
It's true. That part was weird. Hot, but weird. But the mind to mind thing.
Oh, yeah. I was confused while reading it. But, like, afterwards, once I figured out what happened, I was like, oh, okay, love. Love's over you. When is it my turn?
I was just okay. Anyways, what I was gonna say is one of my original arguments before we even went down there was the fact that Xaden and Violet can't talk mind to mind like Rhysand and Feyre can, but then I remember that they could because they bonded with the dragons.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, that was a dull argument. But
well, here's my argument. Rhysand literally made Feyre risk her life to go get her own engagement ring. Like, the dude needs to put in some effort.
okay. What do we say every single time we talk about anything? You say how much you love a powerful FMC. His point was so that she could prove to herself and to him, because he already knew, but I mean, he did already know, like, that she could prove to herself that she is powerful, that she's strong, that she's scrappy, and that she can get stuff done. Okay. I have said it before and I will say it again. If the MMC does not push the FMC in such a way for her to figure out who she is and know her strength and know her power, then they are not a good MMC. Tell me when Xaden did that.
What do you mean? He literally trained her, would not let, because Dane wanted to just, like, baby her, like, wanted to help her through everything. And Xaden was like, no, you have to be able to fight for yourself. Also, the scene where after she kills Jack, right, on the mountain, and she throws up, and Dane's like, oh, it's okay, like, you can be sad. And Xaden's like, no, like, this is how it is. Like, you can, like, I don't know the exact words he says, but he basically did not baby her at all. He was like, you can, like, deal with it now, but you have to deal with it, right? And I like that he did that.
But did he ever, like, push her into a situation like Rhysand did? No. I don't think he did. Like, I'm genuinely asking because I don't know if he ever did. I mean, like, they went on everything together. Like, he never, like, pushed her by herself. I don't think, anyway.
Well, she had to go through those trials by herself. And she had to get through the whole Fourth Wing book, you know? Like, all of the things by herself.
But that wasn't because he pushed her to do that. That was because she had to stay in the college.
She had to, but also he did push her to an extreme so that she would survive and that she would have the skills, and then he, like, trusted that she was going to make it through. But with Rhysand and Feyre in the Weaver's cottage, didn't she, like, literally almost die?
She did not almost die.
And he was just standing outside, just waiting for her to bring it back. But then when Violet was in
Because he
trouble,
believed in her.
when Violet was in trouble at the threshing, I think that's what it's called, Xaden appeared. He didn't interrupt anything. Like, he didn't, like, do anything to help her, but he was there just in case she needed it, just in case, like, she almost dies or whatever. And I love that because he trusts her to handle it, but yet he was there just in case she failed somehow.
So was Rhysand. He was always right there, but he knew in the back of his brain that he did not need to be there because he knew that she would be fine. And she was. She was fine. She figured it out. She's a powerful woman. She's the High Lady of the Night Court. She figured it out.
But she needed a lot of help in the first book.
Okay, if you're going to compare traumas, that's not, no. If you're
I'm
going to
not
compare
comparing traumas.
well, Violet to Farah, because obviously Farah had to go through a lot to get where she was.
No, I mean, like, during the trials in ACOTAR, she wasn't the smartest one in the bunch some of that time.
No, she wasn't.
When she was doing the riddle, and she was like, the answer is 2, because that's just me and Tamlin. One or both were 2 people.
But did she get it right?
Yeah, because of Rhysand.
So, yeah, so he saved her there. So I don't, what's your point?
I don't even know what we're arguing about. I don't even know what's happening right now.
We're both trying to be so negative about characters that we both love, and it's not working.
Not working. Because when you say something about Rhysand, I want to be like, yeah, and this. But I can't.
See, this is why I knew this would crash and burn. I was like, what are we gonna say about these characters where we're gonna get to the point where we're gonna be fueled? Because like with Rowan and Dorian, like I like Dorian, but I'm not like head over heels. Like he had his flaws. Okay.
And that's what I feel about Rowan.
Exactly. So we could come to a conversation and a debate because we both were like, they have flaws. Rhysand has no flaws. Xaden has no flaws other than the fact that he's Venom right now. Villain arc.
Yes, but if you want to talk about flaws, we could talk about Rhysand's potential flaws if he is in fact evil.
No, we are not going there because you do not believe that. Do you believe that, Emma?
I don't know, because when we were doing the ACOTAR theories and you mentioned how, I think you mentioned it, or maybe I saw it somewhere else, but like how Maeve and Rhysand have similar powers. And then you mentioned that Rhysand might have messed with Lucian's mind, and now I'm like, wait, but is he? But when I say evil, I don't mean like the villain. Like, I don't think Xaden would hurt Violet, and I don't think Rhysand would hurt Farah, right? Like, that's not gonna happen. But like, I wonder if there's something else going on.
I feel like we say the same thing about Xaden though, because he's currently Venom, which is the villain.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So he is Venom. No, I don't think he would hurt Violet. However, I think he would do a lot of things that he doesn't realize that he's doing. He would regret them after, but nothing is going to stop him. So he probably will do, because Rebecca literally said, if you cannot handle Xaden's villain arc, then you can't read book 4.
But I love a villain arc. I love a villain arc.
Okay, so what is the problem with Rhysand being a villain?
I'm not saying it's a problem. But you just
So
said,
that's a flaw.
but you were just saying how Xaden being Venom is a flaw. So I wanted to point out that Rhysand might have a flaw, but I don't think them being evil is like the worst thing ever. Like, I love that. Like, it adds depth to the character, and we love a villain.
See, I feel like this is not because we're both like the villain should hate it. Don't. It's fine. Unless it's Maeve or the Vogue, then we actually hate them.
Well, because those are like true villains with, I don't feel like, any redeeming qualities, and we also don't see them prior to them becoming the villain.
If you say something about the fact that Maeve could be redeemed or something because of her past trauma, I'm gonna shut this computer right now.
No.
No.
No, I don't think that. No.
Listen.
Here's a plus for Xaden that Rhysand can't. That's not true for Rhysand. Okay, and I can already hear your argument to what I'm about to say, but Xaden,
That's predictable.
yes, Xaden can't stay away from Violet for more than 3 days. He's so obsessed with her that he can't stay away for more than 3 days. Right? Rhysand willingly allowed Feyre to go back to the Spring Court with Tamlin, aka the dude who locked her up, that made her had such a big panic attack that she like lost herself.
But he was in inner turmoil that whole time. So that's called relying on each other too much. That's a toxic relationship. If you can't handle being apart from each other for that long, that's toxic, man. That is toxic. If you can't do long distance, that's not a good relationship. That is toxic.
No world with dragons that you can talk to. We are not being realistic here. We love We love how the morally gray man that scares the majority of people is so down bad for this girl that he makes his dragon fly this whole distance just so that he can see her, because he was beside himself when she was gone.
Yeah, that's just emotional, like...
No. You have this powerful man on his knees for you and you're gonna complain? I think not. If you want
I am not.
We're gonna be realistic. If that man was so obsessed with you and he got on his knees for you and he would burn the world down for you, you wouldn't be like, oh, that's toxic, we need some time apart. No, you'd be like, never leave me ever. I want you in my eye line 24/7.
The fact that Rhysand and Pharaoh were both separate people and could survive without each other proves that they were both independent and were powerful enough, but then they were powerful together. Xaden and Violet could not function because they were both emotional teenagers about it.
And he left Violet to literally be, what, the Duchess of Tyrendor? Like,
yeah, he didn't even prepare her. What the heck? This is ridiculous. This man didn't even prepare her. She now has to like rule this land. She's like, what am I supposed to do?
He trusted her without being prepared.
She's just now she has to do all this stuff. She already had taken all this stuff and all of these like commitments and all this stuff, and now she's take this on without him there, and he's like gonna kill a bunch of people, and she's like, what do I do? She can't go look for him and all this stuff. She doesn't remember anything, and he didn't even prepare her. What the heck?
Well, she has her friends, so she's not alone.
Are we really relying on like Imogen and Rhys to really help her through this? I don't think so.
I'm relying on Riddick personally.
Fair.
I would rely on
or
Riddick.
Bodhi.
I'd be like, tell me a joke, please. I need it.
That's not gonna help you rule a kingdom.
No, but it would help the mental stability.
It would help mine.
It would?
It would not.
Oh, it would help
you
mine.
Thrive off of humor. I do not.
Yeah.
That would stress me out even more. I can't laugh about the situation. We need to figure this out, people.
No, I laugh through the pain. Like, that's the only way I can get through it.
I know. We already went through that. We already saw that before. We know. This week, you're laughing through the pain. We know. I'm not. I just cry. No, he did not. He just left. What is with so he just left. That's so rude. Rhysand would never just leave.
He wanted to protect her.
From
and also,
what?
I feel like the venom.
But if he was more of a man, and
also,
you're not interrupting me.
I don't want to hear this point, okay? I've heard enough and I don't like it. Moving on.
Right. That's why. You can say it now. Alexis is right. This is ridiculous. Because you will never say those words.
Leave my mouth.
I was making a valid point, and you know I was making a valid point. Because Castile was like, also same thing, so worried that he was going to lose his marbles, and he didn't want Poppy to be a part of that because he didn't trust her enough and didn't trust himself enough. Same thing with Xaden.
We are not talking about Castile and Poppy when they had severe communication issues in the last book. Let's just leave them out of this, okay?
They're a whole separate issue. Let's just put that over on the back burner. That's a different conversation for a different time. Okay.
No. But Xaden was Venom, right? He started to turn Venom at the end of Iron Flame, right? And he lasted all of Onyx Storm fighting the Venom side of him because he wanted to be there for Violet, because he didn't want to leave her.
And then at the end, he gave up and quit.
After marrying her, though. So that means that he's... Okay, but wouldn't you think... Now, I know this could be taken a bunch of different ways, but don't you think that he wouldn't marry her if he never planned to come back? Like, I know you could be like, oh, well, it was just to give her Tyrendor, but I don't think, like, I think, like, he has a plan to come back. And Sagel wouldn't let Xaden just, like, run off to be Venom and do all these things. Like, Sagel went with him.
If he's gonna pull some Dorian type shit and be like, I'm gonna take this all by myself and handle this all by myself, no.
Well, Dorian did handle it by himself, so...
Xaden better not try to do anything like Dorian to fight the Venom by himself, because he isn't gonna win. Can you agree?
No. 2 points. 1, if he fights the Venom, he won't be alone.
That's back here.
You just asked me if I agreed. I don't. You just wanted me to automatically agree because you put the debate back here. No.
Okay, what if...
No. Let me just.
Okay.
Xaden wouldn't be fighting the Venom alone. Okay. He has Sagel, for 1. And 2, he has someone who he consider a brother. We don't know who that is, but it's someone on his side, right? So he'd be with them. No, he wouldn't call Jack a brother. And if it's Jack, just to make you happy, that'd be great because you like Jack now. So Xaden has a lot of experience fighting and using his shadows. I definitely think if he fought the Venom, and I could see him like sending like secret messages to like Violet about like different things going on with like the Venom and stuff. Like he might not go see her, but like he'd be planning something.
Okay, my point was, do we think he should really do that? No. Do we think he would do that? Yes. That was my point.
Okay.
I did not think about that until just now when I brought it up, that he would go and try to do that, which is dumb. But would he do it anyway? Yes, to save them.
Yeah, and I could also see him going after like a Venom who attacked Violet. Like if he finds out like that one lightning girl, I don't know what her name is, but that's Venom. Like I could see him going after because she went after Violet, you know? I could definitely see that.
I just don't want him to be like, okay, I'm leaving now to go fight the villain all by myself. Don't try to be the hero when you cannot fully be the hero by yourself. Don't leave Violet out of the fight. That would make me so mad. Like you don't leave your girl out of the fight. Like, come on. She wants to beat them too. Anyways, okay, here, it's coming back.
Okay, I just wanted to read a couple of the quotes from Xaden to Violet to really prove how superior he is, okay?
Okay.
Also, Xaden and Violet were like low-key enemies to lovers at first, kind of, right? Like not fully, but like a little more than Rhysand and Feyre. So I feel like it adds a little extra spice to it.
I feel like you and I have had this conversation before, because I like think enemies to lovers is very different than you do. I would consider Rhysand and Feyre somewhat enemies because Rhysand was made out to be the enemy. You know?
Yeah, but
the
like
Night Court is the enemy.
Those two weren't enemies. Like as people, they weren't enemies. Like neither one of them was like, oh my god, like they're gonna kill me. No.
To me, all of our books are pretty much enemies to lovers, and to you, like none of our books are.
Defenseless women have never been my type. That's to counter your earlier point, because you're like, Rhysand wanted her to fight for Feyre to fight for herself. Well, Xaden wanted Violet to fight for herself too, because he just said defenseless women have never been my type. So, but he says, yes, love, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of the armor that holds you when I can't, the sheets on your bed that caress your skin every night, and the blades that feel your hands. Okay,
listen, I am not arguing against the quotes because that is a top tier quote. Top tier.
Yes.
I love that quote. It's just even the first part. Just yes, love, I'm jealous.
And
yes, you are.
Xaden being jealous is just top tier, because I don't think Rhysand had any like real jealous moments.
He did before they were even. Remember when they were in the summer court and they were trying to get information?
Oh, true.
And
Yeah.
she was like, yeah, I was with whatever. And she was jealous of him. And he was like livid. That was good.
Yeah. I remember that now. But that was the
fight
only time,
was good.
right?
What?
That was the only time, I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, because he wasn't jealous of Tamlin because he was like, you're a schmuck.
Yeah. But there was like no other like really any guys in ACOTAR that would like really go after Feyre besides that one time.
I mean, Cassian joked about it a couple times, and Rhysand got a little bit cranky about that.
Yeah.
Because
that was like
didn't know
right
after his
after
mouth.
Bond what came like clicked
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's only you violence even when I'm not with you, there's only you. I wonder if that's gonna come into play into the fourth book.
Wait, say it again.
There's only you violence, even when I'm not with you, there's only you. So this one I shortened, but like the scene, everyone knows the scene. Kissing you would be a cataclysmic mistake. And then they say a bunch of few things, and then he says, fuck it. You can't argue with that one.
No, whenever those two words come up, we're done for. It's just that's it. Then it's done.
Yes.
Which in the ARC book that I just read, that happens.
You're really a violent little thing, aren't you? I love that. I love
That's so demeaning if you actually think about it. Because he says little.
Well, they do mention her height being really small.
She's like my height. She's my height. She's like 5'2", 5'1", and he's like 6'5".
Well, I hate to break it to you, Alexis, but you are short. So
I know. I know. Short people are bad people.
I didn't say they were. I'm just saying the one quote that gets everyone going. Okay? My house, my chair, my woman.
I was wondering if you were gonna bring that one up. Like, I was surprised that wasn't your first one.
And I'm like, love. And don't you dare be like, no, it's toxic. I don't care. Okay.
So what are we learning about Emma, guys? Toxicity is okay.
If it's fictional men, yeah. Toxicity is just fine. If they don't cheat, everything else is fine.
Rhysand, I feel like, has a little bit of the Kai-esque, where he's like a little bit more poetic. So like they still hit us, but in a very different way.
Yeah, I feel like the Kai-Azir, like the poetic stuff, it's very like emotional, and you're like, oh, that's so sweet. And
yeah,
I don't like innocent, maybe. Like it's sweet and it's innocent, maybe a little bit. And for the most part, I mean, obviously some of the things he says, it's like, whoa. But Xaden, I feel like he's like rougher around the edges, right? Like their dynamic is just completely different.
Like, because here's one, right? I mean, like, we love this part, right? In chapter 54, we love this one where he says, I fell in love with you, smartass, because you were one of us, because you weren't afraid of me, and you decided to end your spectacular victory by throwing that piece of bone at Amarantha like a javelin. I felt Cassian's spirit beside me in that moment, and I could have sworn I heard him say, if you don't marry her, you stupid prick, I will. Like, we love that, but it's just not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like another one that he said. So I would just like to say, going back to the whole, you were like, he let her go into the spring court again. Yeah, but this is what he said. Okay, let's just remember what he said. Okay, so because everybody's like, what'd you do? Okay, and he said, she's my mate and my spy, and she is the High Lady of the Night Court. And then he said, not consort, not wife, Feyre is the High Lady of the Night Court, my equal in every way. She would wear my crown, sit on a throne beside mine, never sidelined, never designated to breeding and parties and child rearing, my queen. Same thing.
Yeah.
As the throne room scene, just said differently.
Yeah. I was expecting you to bring that up earlier in the episode when I first made that point. I was like, this is her counter argument.
Bro, I couldn't remember the quote. Okay, I remember the quote, but I couldn't remember it word for word, and I was like, I don't want to butcher this. So I was like, I'll bring it up later because I
Yeah.
was like, I remember it, but I just don't. I don't want to butcher it. That
But
I
can
was.
you appreciate both of these men being like Xaden left Violet his kingdom. I don't know if kingdom's the right word, but like his land. He made her a duchess, and he trusted her to rule that while he's off fighting the venom in him. Right? Rhysand like broke the norm, right, and made her a
All
high.
rules ever.
Yeah,
Yes.
like making them their equals in every way, and we love that. Like
We
we
do
just
love that.
appreciate both of them in this second.
Yes. Yes. We love them both. Also, I would just like to say, and the reason why I think I am more Rhysand than Xaden is because Rhysand was like the first, the one, like before anybody else came up. He was first.
Yeah.
And the quote, "There you are, I've been looking for you."
Yeah.
Once you know the significance of that, just dead to the world. Okay, just I'm dead to the world. So that is just like that takes away everything that you've ever said.
Yeah, but just to go back to the debate real quick,
Oh, good lord, here we go.
him just coming out of the shadows and saying, "There you are, I've been looking for you," that's a tad creepy. Okay. Just look at that.
Okay. Didn't Xaden do the same thing? He was sitting no, when Violet was sitting up in the tree or something. She felt his shadows. Do you remember this?
Yeah, and then he protected her from people seeing her. Yeah.
Yeah, creepy. I don't know.
Well, she knew he was there the whole time. She was the one spying on them.
What about the one where they're in a clove thing? A clove? That's not the word. What is that word? Why did that just come out of my mouth?
I don't know.
I don't know what I was trying to say there. But it was snowing outside. Do you remember this? And like this is not working out for me. And he like cornered her or something. Do you remember this?
No. I genuinely don't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hang on, I'm gonna Google it. Hang on. Also, I'm surprised you didn't say anything about
Oh, about him lying about how she almost died. She was gonna die in childbirth. Because that's another
no.
that I can make.
No.
That he was gonna die from her.
No, what I was gonna say is that they break things. That's what I was gonna say. I'm surprised you didn't mention anything about that. You mentioned nothing about that.
Yeah. Well, there's more to a relationship, okay? I also didn't mention the lightning, but I thought about it.
I know, I'm surprised. Like you just didn't mention any of the things that I thought you were gonna mention.
I just think it's funny when Violet gets mad at Riddick and she like lets go like lightning or whatever, and they go back down and he says to Xaden, "By the way, that lightning, it wasn't like her and I. Like it was her and I, but not her and I." And he's like, "I know the lightning strike wasn't big enough." I'm like, damn.
Okay, yes. They were in the stairway. They were in the stairway. Do you remember this at all? It was snowing outside. They're in the stairway. And they get into the whole argument about like I'm just remembering how much I want to reread this now.
Okay, can we just talk about how Fourth Wing series, like the first Fourth Wing book might be one of the best books I've ever read. Like I was thinking about this the other day. Like there's some books that it's like those first books in the series are just top notch. Like I could reread them every single day, and Fourth Wing is one of those.
I forget how good it is. Okay, so I knew I was right. Okay, so they're in the stairway, right? And it's when Xaden sees that like Liam is outside her door and is like, "What the f? Like, what?" And he's jealous. And then basically, they're feeling the feelings, the energy. And then he's jealous of Liam. And then he goes, "Lock the door."
I don't remember this at all. I don't know. I'm genuinely serious. Also, what's your point? Were you trying to like prove a point of how that was bad? I think you were, and it wasn't working out for you.
I was saying stalking. That was my point.
Yeah. I don't
Because he
think
comes
you
up
won
and
that.
stalks her. Yeah, I didn't win that, but no, I didn't win that. Anyways, but I can't believe I don't remember that scene because that's the first time that okay.
I'll have to reread Fourth Wing before the next book comes out.
Would you rather chapter 55 or would you rather throne room scene? Ooh, I got you there. Okay.
Okay, I know I just said like, oh, me next, when I was talking about the throne room scene, but I feel like, the different like viewpoint, like my mind going into his, and that would just really throw me off. And put me off guard. I'd be like, wait, I don't like that. Like, I don't know. I feel like that'd be way too confusing. And also,
Okay.
I love chapter 55, like the paint and like everything. That was
Yes.
I do love that. Yeah.
Listen, I would love the throne room scene, but that chapter 55 put a new thought in my brain of what I would like in the future.
Yeah. Also, I feel like chapter 55, there's a lot of different activities going on, right?
Yeah, we get multiple different actions.
Yeah, and the throne room scene is just one.
We get multiple different perspectives, different views, different ideas, and I think that just brings a great collaboration together to just make it great.
Yes, and then also the fact that chapter 54 happened before it, so like they have that insane emotional connection, and like after you read 54, then you read 55, like you're immersed into their story, and like everything made more sense, and it's a lot more emotional. And
this was Reading Between the Lines. Thank you so much for listening. If you listened this far, because that was crazy. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for listening. That was wild, and I'm sure we'll have more debates down the future because we always do. So that's that. Okay, bye.